Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Deneen. The coronavirus pandemic has changed New York City in a multitude of ways. Along with the economic and social consequences of the pandemic, New York's creative spaces have had to adapt in order to survive. Artists and designers throughout the city have been forced to find new ways to broadcast their creations to the public in order to make the presence of art felt during these difficult times. Here's Kelly Bright with more.
The little box you're looking at is MBK Little Gallery, an abandoned ATM machine turned art exhibit by gallery director Heaven Ender.
And all of a sudden one day a business moved in. And so I was like, oh, okay. But then they didn't remove the box from the wall. They just painted it white. So I took that as the invitation. And later that week, I in the middle of the night, just went and put a bunch of art inside, put a couple stickers on the front. And that was how it started.
The gallery is located on Metropolitan Ave in Brooklyn and is not only completely free, but also encourages visitors to participate in art exchange.
Providing an outlet where truly the public is allowed to interact with the art in a way that traditional galleries and existing models of art presentation don't really. I'm a big advocate for telling people to touch the art.
Creatives like Gil Riley appreciate the accessibility of the Little Gallery for lesser-known artists.
It didn't. There is no restriction. The restriction is it should fit inside this random box. So having a little space that to show or be seen or whatever is really nice. That's what a gift.
Just like the Little Gallery isn't picky about its appearance, it's also open to just about every kind of art out there.
Little sketches or small prints or little experiments, children's art, ceramics, pottery paintings. A professional DJ left mixed CDs there the other day.
They even have a contributing horticulture artist who goes by Moss Woman.
It's Moss Woman. I made another little piece for the NBK Little Free Gallery in Williamsburg.
Moss Woman says the Little Gallery is a way for her unique art to reach the general public.
I think a lot of people are so snooty in the art world and are so concerned about the money and the highbrow and all this stuff. And I don't care. I just want people to enjoy Moss. And I really have always wanted my art to be in regular people, middle America home, live, laugh, love moms.
Whether it's live, laugh, love moms or professional art connoisseurs, Moss Woman wants her creations to make someone's day a little brighter.
We've all been stuck in these small apartments for months and months and months. It's nice to look at something green. And that's not even just my art too. Anybody's art is better than looking at a blank wall, in my opinion.
If April showers bring May flowers, harsh realities must bring new art galleries. NBK's Heaven Ender believes that following the pandemic, a surge in public art is inevitable.
In times of distress, humans have always sought out creative pursuits as relief. When the Black Plague ended, that was when the Renaissance happened.
COVID-19 impacted businesses all across New York City, leaving many storefronts barren. Pino Fortunato is the executive director of the Eco Art Project, a nonprofit raising awareness about environmental issues through art and design. Their latest project is all about using creative expression to help restore the city's beauty.
Our newest program is called Rebound NYC, and the mission is to convert empty storefronts around the city into art installations so that we can give vibrancy to the city and create a healthier artistic environment.
Hundreds of artists from around the world submitted applications to have their work included in Rebound NYC. Over 1,500 individual pieces of art made the online cut, while the top 6 finalists have their pieces displayed in pop-ups like this one on East 14th Street. Since its inception in 2014, the Eco Art Project has held exhibitions like this one all over the globe, compiling work from over 30 different countries. Fortunato believes climate change, a global issue, is one best discussed through art.
Art is a universal language. Everybody is captivated by art, regardless of the language that they speak.
The COVID-19 pandemic affected everyone. Fortunato and Ender believe art can serve as a way to move past it.
So a lot of times people will see art and it will change their perspective slightly on something. That might help them get out of a divorce, help them change their life, help them get out of debt, help them figure out how to get themselves out of a bad situation or improve someone else's situation or just make their day better.
With Fordham Student TV News, I'm Kelly Bright.